Now, Christian, I don't. I'm not worried about playing Monday night unless new information comes across. I'm pretty confident that he will. Then Javon is a wait and see, not because of any other reason, but we are truly letting him progress, and I do not want to. I want to see how he feels today on the practice field, and then I want to see how he feels tomorrow from it, and then talking to him, making a decision that is in line with how important he is to our team. So that we'll take that up through tomorrow, but he'll be on the practice field today doing some stuff. I didn't see it coming. But I would love to talk about deliberate practice. I think there are. I think the whole point and the residual effect of deliberately practicing is that getting yourself to a mental space that's as close to a game. I'm not sure if you guys know anything about reps, but they're helpful. And I think deliberately practicing things with intent that's as close as possible to a game can make game time performance less about stressful make a play, we have to win, and more about let's go perform and do what we are very prepared to do. I think there's deliberately practicing for individuals is what 10 times out of 10 just list off the greatest whatevers. The greatest whatevers, they're all deliberately practicing things. The first three that come out to mind for me are always Jordan, Kobe, and Tiger. But the way that you can, Steph Curry, that putting yourself in this mental space of performance over time, that helps individuals. Now you compound that with what if a bunch of individuals are doing that next to each other? Well, not only do you get better at playing with each other, but there's an inherent unspoken rise in your confidence to go play together. You're invested more, you're more convicted, and it's kind of like a snowball. So that is something that the reason we are the only way we'll win more games with most specifically this one is that we stay true to that. It's the reason why any of our successes have happened the way they have had is because we're adherents to that deliberate practice and being present. That's why this team doesn't, at this point, when you practice deliberately and get addicted to that, this team isn't crowning themselves. This team is not taking any entitlement again in an NFL game. This is their moment that they've been working for, that they've earned, and you can. There's definitely some positive residuals to that. So yeah, I like talking about deliberate practice.
2 for 1.
Okay.
Same position.
So no setbacks for Armstead. He'll still be questionable. We'll take today and then all the way up till the game, and I'll rule Rob Hunt out. I got excited the other day when you guys got unexpected news, so you guys are positively reinforcing it with surprises. Yeah, he will. He will be. There's multiple things at play, but because of the roster, he'll be going to short-term IR or IR in general. And then we'll have, you can't really forecast what and when and why. That doesn't rule other people out. We just for the roster and it was very very on the line of his timeline, but we'll be putting him on IR today. Yeah, see, it's hard. That'd be like me saying that'd be me accessing the crystal ball. I think that very well could be the outcome, but you're hesitant with the way that the season goes, the roster needs, and him and his recovery. You just want to temper that a little bit. So it's not to assume that is not irresponsible, but I wouldn't put money on it because we can't. It's not known. If that makes sense. This is more about the team needs, the really the collective accumulation of the roster and multiple positions, that because it was not it was right on the fringe of yes or no with it, and our starting point at that point in time was we didn't need to do it, and things change every day, which is why I don't stamp anything that's not known. So we'll be going that direction now, and feel good about that. No, the thing that excites me about it is what it tells me is that people enjoy watching some of our elite players play, but more than that, our whole team. Like when people enjoy the way you play, you turn the page, and I can attest to it in my journey. There's certain guys that become your favorite players, and then at one point in time I was voting for as a fan for players. So I think much like I think what's cool about this team is that there is no harbored resentment, only buildup and excitement for anyone that is, any one of our playmakers that we really depend on. I think a lot of guys take, Tyreek Hill's votes, and it's personal to them as well. And so what I see is, a lot of that's the result of a lot of work, a lot of talent by the individual players, but a full commitment to their game as well as all the teammates. That's what's it's a individual or votes for individuals, but I know that you don't have multiple players receiving those type of that type of attention unless your team is playing well, and just in general, I think our team puts it all out there every time we play, and that's from a football perspective, fun to watch, and so I'm very happy for all of them, the team and the individuals. I think there's starting with everyone's receiving what Chris Greer, Tom Garfinkel, Brandon Shore, and Mr. Ross, they decided to hire. So that out the gate, I have a strong connection with what the job is, and to me, the job as a coach is to coach and to maximize players' ability, and you do that by having a lot of people who are like-minded as coaches going after it the same way. Then you have to have the right roster where guys are actually interested in doing whatever it takes to be their best selves, and you have that pool of people really coaches adhering to being a coach first, foremost, and that's the only driving factor. And you have players that want to be coachable, and then you have all these individuals trust each other, make themselves vulnerable, and really take out all the confusing other things that happen in life, and you can have a situation where there's a lot of people daily really, going after their opportunities that they're given that very day. So, I get, I understand it. I think that my role in particular, your job is to, when things don't go well, your job is to take all that on your shoulders. That's the responsibility. But all the successes, it's the furthest thing from just me. I can't do anything on my own at all. And even if I said something awesome that was unbelievably the best thing that everyone's ever heard, somebody's got to listen to it and buy into it. So the collection of people is what allows, what really allows people to grow, and it's really cool to be a part of. And there's a lot of people invested not only in themselves, but in each other and their stories. And when you're doing that, you're kind of really capturing the essence of why you even wanted to be on a football team in general, which is really, really cool. I think I never have. It never bothers me. I understand that your week can adjust based upon if it's a Monday or a Thursday or a Friday, and I know one thing: if we want our league healthy, we have to make money. So it doesn't, like being on primetime Monday night. Yeah, it makes you have a short week, but you know what good teams do? They have a lot of adjusted schedules, and so you kind of have to you have to look at it through the lens of we want as many of those opportunities as possible, so that that means that people want to watch us, that the league is healthy because there's a national televised audience, and if that's what the good teams do, then you want to be in that category. So it's I don't look at it all as laborsome. It's more of a compliment, an opportunity that you should take seriously. And I know it is an honor every time that you're playing with most of the time no other games. There's another Monday night game in there? Is it simultaneous? So it's an honor to have only one other game played. You got 50%. That's a lot more percentages than usual. So it's something that all the guys get geeked up for, and it's pretty fun. Well, I think, I haven't. It's kind of like a last unveiling. I don't know their causes because I will see them on Monday night. And I've, there's certain guys that I kind of know what direction they'll go. My thing is that anytime people are wearing or involving themselves in something that's bigger than themselves, and they could get away with not doing, I think that shows that from a human being standpoint that those individuals don't feel entitled and feel very lucky at all the things that come their way in this lifestyle, and also understand the platform that you really have to reach people and utilizing that. So it's very meaningful to me, just from a standpoint of having awareness to where your place is at in the world, not taking for granted that people actually want to watch you do something that you love to do, and then on top of that, utilizing it to the best of your ability to, bring awareness to certain things that there's a lot of things going on in the world, a lot of things slip through the cracks. So it's a cool deal that I think that a lot of people get a lot of stuff out of it, in a lot of areas that could use the attention. So it's pretty cool. I'm really excited and glad you asked about the Tennessee Titans, because I think this is a great challenge for our football team, because it jumps off the tape that this team that we're going to face tries to beat you physically on both sides of the ball. It's a priority of theirs, and I think that's an element that is steadfast in December and January. So I think that's a rep that is perfectly timed. That will be a tremendous challenge. I think that you'd be a fool to take a team that plays with just the ultimate I want to say commitment to the fundamental principles of football, running the ball, stopping the run, all those things. If you take those types of teams lightly in this part of the year, you will learn a lesson fast, and it will not be comfortable. So I'm very comfortable with the way that our team has approached it thus far. We have one day of practice left that I'm hoping matches the first two, because they understand there's a team coming to Hard Rock Stadium that is fully intent on winning the game and giving us our first home loss. So if you understand that, it's your job to prepare and be your best self regardless of what team you play. But just know it's going to be a physical one.